Welcome everybody. So today I want to show you how to slip it like a dewdrop fairy. Ping. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this magic water to score and slip our pieces of clay together. So scoring and slipping is how you glue the clay together and make it stick. So you can do it when it's leather hard like this one. So this one, I can still bend it a little bit, but it's fairly stiff. You can also do it when it's still wet plastic clay as well. But it's best to do it when the moisture is the same. So if you're doing leather hard, you want to stick it to leather hard. If you're doing soft, you want to stick it to soft, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple different things. I'm going to show you one where you're sticking something together this way, and I'm also going to show you when you're sticking together something that way as well, okay? So first off is the scoring. So scoring is making scratches in the clay like this. Now you got to do both sides. So you're going to always score both sides, okay? Now you want to kind of break the edge a little bit, mostly going in the same direction, but you want to break the edge of it just a little bit. You want lots of scoring marks on here. If you do a good job with your scoring, you'll be able to kind of auto smooth it later. If you don't do a good job with scoring, it's most likely going to crack apart in the kiln. So, you know, you want to score good. Okay, so I've scored both my pieces. I'm going to stick them together like that. So for the magic water, this is not just regular water. Do not drink this, okay? If you're a teacher and you want to know how to make magic water, just Google it. It comes up pretty easy, and it's really easy to mix up. So now this is the part where you're going to slip it like a dewdrop fairy, okay? So a dewdrop fairy isn't going to take her magic wand and like smear the flour crazy. The dewdrop fairy is going to take a little bit and go ping, 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 right? So your goal here is to get this nice and shiny. When you tap it real gentle, the moisture will like flow automatically into those lines that you've created, and you're just gonna slip one side, okay? So this magic water, you're only gonna use on one side, and you're just gonna use your regular paintbrush for it, okay? But you wanna make sure that it's nice and shiny, that there's the magic water all the way across on one side, even though you scored both sides. And then you're gonna squeeze this together, and you wanna squeeze it hard enough. You don't wanna change the shape of your slab or whatever you're making, but you wanna squeeze it hard enough that you see liquid and stuff come out of there, because then you can kind of start to auto smooth it. See how there's already stuff right here ready for me to smooth it together and to hide that line. So I can do the same thing on the other side as well. Now, if I didn't score it well enough, or if I didn't add enough liquid, it wouldn't do that, and you would be able to tell where the break was, okay? It should do that. Now, you don't want to just randomly add water. Oh, this was squishy. You don't want to just randomly add water to your clay for smoothing, because our clay doesn't like a lot of water. It'll actually break. And then, you know, what's the point of slipping it together if you're just going to break it? So the other thing that we're going to do is stick something like this to here. And the very last one we're going to do is stick like a piece onto something, okay? So this one, if you're trying to stick something on like this, to start with, you're going to trace where you need your line. So I know I need to score in there because that's where it touches. Now this is leather hard, so it's going to take a little bit more effort for me to score it well like this. And it is kind of powdery because this is getting a little bit more leather hard than I would normally do, but as long as we're careful, we'll be okay. So you'll notice, like with the magic water, it seems like it works best if you just do all your scoring marks mostly the same direction, with just a little bit of breaking the border on the edge, okay? What I mean by that is if you leave this whole edge unbroken, a lot of times what'll happen is it'll create a spot where the clay feels like it can pull apart or want to start to crack apart. So now I've scored both sides. And now I'm gonna kiss it like a dewdrop fairy, slip it like a dewdrop fairy, ping, ping, right? So I've got the magic water all the way across and it's shiny. And now I'm gonna push this on, and I wanna make sure that stuff squeezes out the side. If nothing squeezed out the side, then I need to do more. So see right here, you can see this stuff was squeezing out this side, okay? And if you get that, then see how it auto smoothes almost, right? And if you can't get your finger in there, you can always use like the back end of your tool to kind of finish off that edge, right? So you would smooth all the way around. Okay. Now, the last one I want to show you is if you're adding something on. So you still have to score it regardless of what it is, okay? So if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick this right here because maybe I'm starting an eyeball or something. I'm still gonna trace around where I think I want it. I'm still gonna score bigger than I think I need. I'm gonna score both pieces. And then again, I'm gonna slip it like a dewdrop fairy. Ping, ping. And I wanna make sure that I get that liquidy shine on there. And then I'm gonna squish it together, and you still wanna see little stuff squishing out the side. Like now, I can't quite fit my finger all the way in here, so I could take, you know, the back end of my paintbrush or my pencil tool, and I could smooth out and around that. So that's how you glue stuff together. So that's how you score and slip in ceramics. Thanks, everybody.